Hi, Susie. I'm 52 and my husband is 61. He's already retired and took the 50% joint survivorship option on his pension. I'm worried that we aren't prepared financially if something were to happen to him now. My goal is to make sure we've planned well for any unexpected life situations and have all our ducks in a row so we can enjoy our retirement to the fullest. Susie, how are we doing?
Oh, Ilene, you have a handsome husband there, don't you?
I think so.
Yeah, well, so do I, and I think that's an incredible compliment. But so I'm looking at your finances here. We're going to talk about your finances in a second and if you can meet your goal. But what you are really asking me is this. Let's be really clear about it. If your husband were to drop dead today, would you be okay?
That's exactly my worry.
All right, so let's answer that question for you. But if you were going to give yourself a grade, if that were to happen, what grade would you give yourself?
Probably a B- or a C+.
Let's show everybody your finances. Here we go. Ilene is 52 and Joseph is 61. They have $258,381 in their retirement, about $114,000 in emergency funds, $37,000 in investments. Their home is worth $845,000, and they have total assets, because they have no debt whatsoever, of $1,255,808 as a net worth with total assets there. Their take-home income right now after taxes is $10,935. Their monthly expenses are $7,952. Their monthly savings that they put away every single month and invest or save it is $2,582, and that still leaves them about $400 a month to do anything they want with it. If it were me giving you a grade, which it is, I would give you a B. So I give you a higher grade than you're giving yourself. Okay. Ilene, isn't it true that your husband says to you, Joseph says to you, sweetheart, you don't have to worry. If something happens to me, you'll sell the house, and that's another almost $1 million, so you'll be just fine, sweetheart? Does he say that to you?
Absolutely. He does not worry. He's not a worrier.
But here's what he doesn't understand. When you have lost somebody that you are so in love with, you are paralyzed for a good 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, or very possibly for years after the loss of that love. And the one thing that you don't want to do at that point in time is you don't want to have to sell your home. Because that's where you feel comfortable, that's where you feel secure. You don't want your entire life having to change everything at once. So when somebody loses somebody, they tend to stay in their house unless they're forced to sell it for a pretty long time, and maybe even forever. So given that I have to assume that you're going to want to stay there for a while, here's how it breaks out. After Joseph has died, your expenses will drop to about $4,800 a month, which is a considerable drop from where they are right now at about $7,900. So if he dies and you are still able to work, your after-tax income with everything will be about $7,500 a month. Remember, you are just currently 52 years of age, so you cannot get your access to your SEP IRA. You really don't want to take widow's benefits. So I'm just assuming that that's where we are. So you're great if you can continue to work. However, if for whatever reason you can't continue to work, you were in a car accident, he was killed, you're injured, this is life, people, that's why I bring up these kinds of things, it happens all the time, then your situation looks like you have expenses of still about $4,800 a month, but your income with everything, because he took the 50% joint and survivor benefit, which means you get only 50% of his pension, now will drop to $4,607 per month. So you're just kind of making it if something happens to you where you are injured. So how do we change that? Well, here is your way to an A, and it's so simple I can't even tell you. All we have to do is have Joseph take out a 10-year level $1 million term insurance policy. He could even take out $2 million 10-year level if he wanted to, which means for the next 10 years, the premium will be level. After 10 years, the insurance goes away. But if something happens to him within the 10 years, you now get this lump sum of money that will replace his pension, and you'll still be more than fine. It will only cost him about $272 a month if it's a $1 million policy. You have $400 a month excess according to your income versus your expenses, so you can afford that. If you just do that, girlfriend, you have absolutely nothing to worry about.